I'm not a drop shipper. My blood pressure can't take drop shipping. I kind of like to have my destiny in my own hands. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. We had a couple of interesting sales today. We had a bunch of sales, but I have got something that I have just got to take care of before Blue Ridge Mama has my neck. So I'm going to show you 4 of them, I think, really quick. I'm going to take off and do that, and I'm going to come back and show you the rest in just a little while. And we had 2 items sell, some vintage electronics. Both are DVD VCR combos, and if you've been watching the show, I have had a pile of them. I think I had listed 7 of them, and 5 of them, and 4 of them have sold so far. So I'm pretty happy with that so far, but I got to get the rest of them listed. I think I had 22 in all. And so I'm pretty happy with the speed that they're selling at. I usually put it right at the typical market value on those. And I think my presentation and the fact that I have, almost 8,000 feedback or whatever I have, I don't even know what I have, over 7,000 feedback, kind of people go with that one when they're buying an electronic item a lot of times. So I can get pretty much fair market value and sell it fairly quickly. Now, what happened with these 2 is they both got drop shipped. I'm 99.9% sure they both got drop shipped, and I'll tell you why in just a second. If you're a reseller out there and if you've been selling electronics, a lot of times they will get drop shipped. I'm not a drop shipper. My blood pressure can't take drop shipping. I kind of like to have my destiny in my own hands and take care of my own business. But they've been drop shipped, and I'm okay with that. A lot of resellers aren't. It's kind of what we do, right? We buy things cheap and we sell it for a little bit more. Somebody's buying it off of us and using us to ship it to somebody else. So I'll tell you how I know they were drop shipped, or at least I'm 99% sure they were drop shipped, but I don't care. I'm happy they're going out the door, and I'm happy because I made a really nice profit on both of them. And I'm going to show you 2 more quick sales really quick. Then I got to go take care of something for my wife, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to finish it up. So let's take a look. All right, the first one is a pretty nice Toshiba machine. It does have some scratching on the top. You can't really see it there. Well, there you go. You can see it a little bit better. But it looks a lot better in here than it does here. A little bit of scratching, a little bit of marking here and there, but pretty much in pretty good shape. This is fully tested, and I put that in there. I even put on these, I say, listen, I'm not going to do partial returns. I don't do partial returns on these. I'll do a full return if it's not working, but it needs to be the same item being returned, and usually avoid any bit of trouble that people purposely will try to get you to get expensive shipping to them, and then kind of use that shipping cost because they know you have to pay for it coming back to kind of work themselves a better deal. So I say no partial returns at all, and I make them return it even if I have to eat some cost. I think it's good policy if as many e-bears as possible did something like that. At any rate, this one is an SD V290 is what it is, and it says no invoice please, this is a gift, and this person has over 2,000 feedback. So I doubt it's a gift. I bet it's a drop shipper. I suppose it's a possibility it's a gift, but you know what? I've sold so many of these, and the people that say no invoice please, I would say 2/3 of them are buying DVD VCR combos. So my guess is this is a drop shipper. And if you're a reseller who've been shipping these for a while, you'll probably agree with me. I don't know if I told you how much that sold for. $46 plus shipping on that. Next item I'm even more sure is a drop shipper. This one is a Sony SLV D100, and it's got quite a bit of scratching on the bottom right here, and a few on the top, not too bad. It's in okay shape, I suppose. It does not have a remote control, this is where I would put the rubber band around it and keep it right here, just so I make sure I put it in the box. Before I did this, I made some mistakes. I would store the remotes in a little remote case, and then I would store all the AV cables in another, and I would stack these up, and inevitably I would forget to put something in there or put the wrong thing. I was like, forget it. I'm keeping them all together right here, making sure that stuff gets included in it when I ship it. This one is, both of these, by the way, are FedEx ground, so I can't Frankenbox a priority mailbox. Both chose FedEx ground. which is almost always 99% of the time with the new dimensional shipping, is going to be the better option on a combo. There are some VCRs that are still small enough that you can do priority mail, but very few of these, unless it's going somewhere really, really close. So this one sold for $59.95 plus shipping, $80.98 out the door. And this one I think is going to Texas. And this one says, please do not, all caps, please do not include any invoice. Do not include a packing slip or a purchase paper. Also, please wipe the item off and do not use any eBay branded material at all on this package or in this package. Thank you. And that's what it says. So 415 feedback on this. And on top of that, the name on the address doesn't meet the name for the person whose account this is. So I am, like I said, 99.9% sure this is drop shipped. But you know what? I paid $10 for this, and I often don't pay that much for these, and it sold for $60. It's going to be about a $40 profit in the end. I'm pretty okay with that. That one I paid $5 for, and it's going to be about a $35 to $36 profit on that, which is okay. I'm pretty happy with both. All right, all bobbleheads are not made alike, so you got to be careful buying bobbleheads. It's been my experience that the closer to when the bobblehead comes out is the better price. Now that's not always the case. There are some that are old that you can't find anymore, and you're going to get more money for those. However, the newer ones that they come out with and give like 2,000 giveaways or 5,000 giveaways at a minor league game or 10,000 at a big league game, the most money you can get for them is usually right off the bat, because they see it out there, it's on the top of people's minds, and they want it right then. So if you wait forever, you're not going to get as much money. That's my experience with them anyways. This one is the Lynchburg Hillcats' Pedro Alvarez, who had a decent career with the Pirates, I think with the Orioles after that. And he sold for $11.88 plus shipping, which is not an amazing price, but I probably paid $1 or $2 at a yard sale, nothing amazing. So I'll take the money on that. A lot of times the ones you should look for are the ones that are theme-based or mascot-based. I know the Hillcats, for instance, have a Santa Claus one that will often go for over $100. And I've sold it before. I think I sold it for $59.95 because it was missing a piece. But those theme-based ones, and the ones, there's Star Wars theme-based ones that are okay, and the ones that are mascot-based usually do okay. You'd be surprised. All right, and one real quick one before I take off, but I'll be back before you know it. This Eneman is going out to Christine. It says, hello, Commonwealth Picker family. Enjoy watching you all. Thank you for all that you share with us. Have a blessed year, Christine. And then she says a few things that I think she wants me to keep anonymous, because this is going to be a gift that she's sending out. So at any rate, thank you so much, and we really do appreciate it. That reminds me, I don't think I showed this on this channel. I put it on the Commonwealth Flipper channel, and I put it on my Instagram. You know, we talk about Airs selling for so much money. Look at this one right here. Fleet is printed upside down. I think that is super ultra rare, and I think we're gonna put it out there on auction and maybe get like 10 grand for it. What do you think? Think we can get that? It might be fun just to list it for that, just to see. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but it is interesting. You know, how do you make thousands of these things and you get one that comes out upside down? It is interesting to me. All right, I know y'all been looking at this shirt back here and wondering, when's he gonna talk about that just beautiful work of art? I mean, that thing is just priceless. Career Club Status Casuals, size large, permanent press, made in the USA. This is a Mr. Furley special, right? You can see Mr. Furley in that, right? And this was another item that was from Goodwill that my wife picked up. The last one sold for $45, and we pay basically $4 after taxes. Is $4. And this one sold for $35, so it is a $26 profit. After shipping, after fees, after purchase, it's a $26 profit. So she picked up 3 of them at the same time, and we're gonna make, this is 26, we probably made 35 on the other one, and I don't know what she has the last one listed for, but you know, we're making $80, $90, $100 on the 3 shirts combined, depending on what she has on the last shirt. So hey, this thing's great. Man, I might even wear this to like a spirit day at school someday. I don't know. Anyway, that's a great shirt to sell. You know, a lot of you I hear are getting out of clothing. A lot of people are getting out of clothing. It's highly competitive. and there's not as much money in it anymore. And that's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I would say don't get out of clothing entirely. Just change what you're buying a little bit. Be a little bit more selective. Now, this was just listed for a few days and it sold. And the other one I think was listed for a long time, but it was also $10 more. So it just depends on how quickly you want to sell it, I guess. All right, this is a tailor-made nubbins, and I love seeing putter head covers when I go back to that golf course every year because they sell pretty quickly, and people lose golf club head covers all the time, so they're always looking for a replacement. The reason they lose them is because you take your putter oftentimes and you're around the green, and you'll oftentimes leave the putter head cover there, and what's going on in the green is going to make you forget it. You're watching somebody else putt, you're mad that you just made a 3-putt, not that I would ever do that, and you're excited that you make a 1-putt and you just leave the cover there. So whatever it might be, you're just bound to lose one of these a little bit more than you would a driver where you're right by the cart, you put it right there in the cart, you go hit your driver, you come back, you put it back on. So this one sold pretty good. It sold for $16. So after fees, after expenses, this is about $11 profit on this one, which is pretty nice little profit on something this small. So that came from the Lost and Found golf course sale, and we're going to take a look at where we're at on that one so far. All right, so we add that one in, $250 total buy, $303 so far. So we've made 53 bucks on that so far. We still have 2 brand new golf bags and probably 50 head covers. So we're going to do pretty good on that sale. All right, here's another Fleet Eneman going out the door, and a lot of you were commenting on Taco Stacks the other day. Taco Stacks is the man, and we appreciate him mentioning this. I got so many funny messages on some of the comments of our videos from people coming over from Taco Stacks, and hey, if somebody came over, we really do appreciate you checking out our channel, and that's awesome. And we have tons of these Eneman. I think we're down to like 1,346 or something, which I think is kind of funny. And this one went out to Andrew, so Andrew, we really do appreciate it. And we hope that he brings you good luck out there on the picking trail. That reminds me of a funny comment I saw on one of the videos the other day. One of the viewers said, hey, that Eneman sure makes it seem like everything's sliding out of that eBay cave and selling really well. That's awful. All right, and here is a vintage pearl snap Wrangler, and this is true vintage here. This isn't a fake one. This is, let's see, it says 65% polyester, 35% cotton. It says long tails. If you're going to sell these days, because it just got flooded, long tails made in the USA, and this is definitely an old one. It's kind of cool, actually. It's got the black ones. You can even hear it. Can you hear that? And it's got some silver. Is that silver or gold? I can't tell, and you probably can't tell, but it's this shimmery little thread that runs through it. So this is a pretty nice little shirt. I like it, and this one sold. It took a long time. It's to the far left here. So it's probably been 6-8 months for this one to be in here. And that's a long time for an actual vintage one. And I look at my titles. Sometimes I'll put rockabilly and different things like that. I think I had this one straight. I might put that in style. But it sold for $18.81. So it was a Goodwill buy. So it's about a $9 profit. All right, I'm going to see if I can get Blue Ridge Mama down here. She said she'd come down. She had something to ship on Macari. And if she does, we'll let you, and she sold these, right, or she sold this one right here, and she bought this one. I think I listed it. So if she comes down, we'll let you tell her about what's sold on Macari, and if she doesn't, then we always put something else interesting at the end of the video. We'll see you next time.